So, status update is, it is snowing. It's supposed to be like a freaking beautiful evening tonight. A little bit cloudy.
Right now I'm second guessing my decision to spend the night on top of a 14,000 foot mountain in like 18-degree weather. Don't worry, I'm going to bring my sleeping bag, which is comfort level 30 something, limit 23, extreme. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I am at the Rockdale trailhead, getting ready to cross Clear Creek. I literally walked 10 feet from my car, and I'm supposed to be able to drive this road, but across Clear Creek there's a beaver dam. It's not quite super rural, even if there wasn't a beaver dam. So I am gonna do a little like overnight little exploring. I kind of stopped doing my like trail run-alongs and like 14er follow-alongs, because you know, like there's a bunch of like videos on YouTube of people doing Long's Peak. I don't need to be showing that. There's nothing different from me doing it than anybody else. But what I'm doing today is I'm eventually going to summit. Man, this is deep. I'm eventually going to summit Missouri Mountain, but I'm heading to Clohesy Lake, which is right at the base of the West Ridge. And so I've got all my camera gear, and I'm going to hang out there for like magic hour, see if I can't get some good photos of the lake and the mountain, and then after that I'm gonna summit the mountain at night and try and get some good nighttime shots. I've got enough food and water. I've even got my sleeping bag back there. I've got layers. I might just stay on the summit and stay till sunrise. So if it gets super cold, I'll head back down, but I think I'll be warm enough. But I've got like 3 miles to the lake, basically up a 4-wheel drive road, so nothing super entertaining, but I'll check back in a little bit. You know, there's something exciting about being on a trail that you know pretty much nobody is on. It's just so peaceful, you know. We're going the easy way.
Well, I mean, it's only easy when you start. Then you still gotta get on the hike. So.
Yeah, did you do the summit?
No.
Oh, you just went up to the lake. Awesome, yeah, this is beautiful. I love this trail because, like, I was just thinking to myself how, like, nobody's ever on this trail, and then I see some ATVs coming up. I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. Well, hey, have a good one. Look at that. Like, as I'm talking about how nobody's on this trail, 2 ATVs pass by. They did say that no one else is on the trail, though, but that's pretty freaking funny. Either way, this trail's freaking beautiful. We're getting closer to some absolutely beautiful, like, ridge lines that I'm hoping to get good shots of from the summit tomorrow morning, even tonight. Hopefully the moon's bright enough. It was really bright last night. I will say, the sleeping bag I could have thought out a little bit better. I've just got it in a stuff sack. I've got it clipped to the tightening lines here, but it keeps loosening up. Just clip that. Keep it from bouncing around. That should be better. What does that look like? Definitely feels better. Whatever. We're exactly 1 mile, not 1 mile, 1 hour in, and 2.2 miles. And another mile to go to the lake. And these views up ahead look amazing. Got some clouds rolling in. Will make for a good sunset. Will not make for a good rainstorm, but I don't know. I have gear, so I'm fine. The only thing is, if I have a cover for my my backpack, I have rain gear, but I don't know if it's going to cover up my sleeping bag. Don't want that to get wet. Yeah, here we go. Three Apostles and Ice Mountain. So I'm at a crossroads, literally. I could start taking the main trail to Missouri, which goes on the south side of the lake, and would give me a view of Huron, which is basically where the sun's going to set behind. But I think that's going to give me too much shadow and silhouette, which is not what I'm looking for. So hopefully these clouds break a little bit, and that's Missouri up there. So if I can keep some clouds in the sky there, it's going to give me some good color. And if these clouds break, there'll be enough light. So I'm not exactly going for a sunset photo. I just want that magic hour light on the lake and with the mountain in the background. So yeah, I think it's only like a 1/4 mile on either the northwest side of the lake. I just have to figure out what trail it is. So the trail on the map that I wanted to take, I mean, I guess it's kind of a trail. It took me a little while to find it, but it's basically like a game trail. It's beautiful, but this definitely doesn't look like a lot of people have been on it. I have no idea if I'm on the right trail or not, if I'm even on the trail. But I'm heading in the right direction. There's the creek. I'm supposed to be going that way. So. Well, that was some bushwhacking. There's like a game trail, and then like the lake. It's right past there. I just got a quick glimpse of it. Now I just got to find out how to get down there. So, wasn't exactly the right trail, but I made it. This is gorgeous. So now, I'm just gonna play around and see where I want the shot. Yeah, across the creek, there's a little trail there. Let's check it out. All right, so here's option number 1. I'd like to be more open though, so I'm gonna go a little bit more to the south and see if I can't get a better line of sight. Man, so this is something I very rarely do, is A, get to the place I want ahead of time, and then B, don't just stop at the first location that I like. Kind of hard to tell, but the top of the mountain is kind of clipping off a little bit, so either go lower, or if I go up high, I might be able to get it, but I think it's also still gonna clip. It's the physics of like a reflection that I have no freaking clue. All right, I think this is gonna do. You can see, still has some rocks in the foreground, and got the summit reflection. That whole ridge. It's gonna make for a nice panorama. Hopefully. Yeah, so I think this is gonna be pretty rad. I'm gonna do a test panorama shot, but I'll just kind of like walk you through what I'm doing. This is so gorgeous. I want to do this a little later, hopefully get some color behind the mountains. But I'm just gonna do one more test pano, and then kind of maybe just stick around. So take a photo, move it to where the middle was, so you have an overlap. Do that. Okay, so the middle is somewhere in there. Okay. But I'm pretty happy with that. I might do some like long exposure single shots of this right here while I'm waiting. But I really like this composition. I think it works for what I want. I'm glad I'm not on that side of the lake because it's just bright. And then you can see the peaks are already going to be silhouetted. So Missouri's not as epic looking, but I'm going to get those epic shots tonight up on the summit. It's funny, I'd still have to, after all this, go up that mountain. We're just at 11,000 feet, 11,100. So just shy of 3,000 feet to go up. The trail actually goes across here and picks up somewhere in there. So what I'm going to do now in my downtime is I'm going to look and see. I don't think that's too marshy. It looks pretty dry going through the willows. If I can just bushwhack and get over there to that trail, going through that was nasty, and I really don't want to do that at night. I mean, and if I can go cut through the willows, hit the trail, it's the West Ridge right up there to Missouri. That ridge line's going to be cool, especially at night. So it is beautiful here. Just kind of waiting. There's some rocks behind us that I like hiked up to the top, but it's 5:20. The sun sets at 6:40, so I've got plenty of time. So I am going to journal for a little bit. Got the camera here, just might take some shots. I haven't seen any wildlife here today, but I might put the long lens on just in case if I see something. That we might get at dusk, might get some wildlife action in here, but I don't know. I do want to go explore over there before it gets dark, and make sure that I can actually cross it. But I see the trail that I need to go on, so it's I'm gonna make it over there no matter what. Yeah, this is great. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted to do today. I'm gonna get here a little early, but I'd rather get here early than late. It's crazy. I'm gonna be up there tonight, hopefully. So we're getting a lot of cloud cover from the sunset, which is behind me. And so the peak has already lost its light. So You can kind of see it in the footage here. But yeah, I don't know how many more shots I'll be able to get here. It's not even that cold yet, and the GoPro battery is already dying. But so I think the rest of the footage is probably gonna be iPhone. But yeah, I'll probably do 1 or 2 more panoramas, pack up, and head up the peak. GoPro out. All right, so it's basically 10 till sunset. It's like 6:35. Got the shots I wanted. You can see the light's just not popping, but I got some good shots, especially over there. That range looked really awesome with the light hitting it right when the sun was setting. But yeah, it's already starting to get cold, so GoPro batteries are already done. So it's basically iPhone footage from here on out. So I need to save my battery. But my trail is up there. I'm gonna hopefully cross that before it gets dark. And then I also need to remember to take off my jacket. I'm just kind of cold right now, but man, I'm really happy with the shots I got. I did mostly panorama stuff. I did a couple of just normal shots, but I think they came out well, and it'll be a little while before I stitch them together, but it'll be cool to see what they look like. Now, time, where are we? That one. Wow. So that's the color I wanted. Beautiful. Look at this guy. Well, just got my sock wet. Well, it was fun. Made it through the marshy willows. There was a couple of like creeks to cross. Got my right toe wet, but I think by the time I summit, it's gonna be dry. So I just gotta find the trail, which I think is like right up here. So time to get the lights out, and yeah, stay on course. Well, hopefully this doesn't get too bad. It is raining a little bit, but it looks like it's worse behind me. It's going west, so which is pretty normal for the Collegiates this time of year. So really hope the weather burns off and I can have a nice, enjoyable nighttime summit. So what do you think? Will the rainstorm that as I get higher turns into snow, will it pass? And will it be a beautiful night on the mountain? Or will it just suck all friggin' night? Live polling right now. Get your answers in. It's actually, I don't want to say it yet, but I think it's stopped raining, but still looks a little cloudy. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, above the peak. That looks like blue sky. It's crazy, it looks better on the video on the iPhone than in real life. Please don't rain. So I am a couple of 100 feet of elevation shy of the West Ridge. At like 11,700 feet above tree line. But yeah, it's still like barely flurrying up here. But like off in the distance for like Mount Huron and the mountains to the west, it's like snowing. You can tell, like you can't even see the peaks. So I think I really got lucky, but I really won't know. The West Ridge is like right behind me. It's not that much more, but I think I'll be able to see, hopefully, some clear sky. Oh, the weather outside is weather. Man, really hard to tell, but that's where it's really storming right there. I'm walking into this snow cloud. So, status update is it is snowing. It's supposed to be like a freaking beautiful evening tonight. A little bit cloudy. But yeah, I don't know if this is gonna pass or if this is like just happening for a while. Like if I look that way, which is where I'm going, like it's a full-on cloud. But I mean, I guess over there it's fine, but I don't know. You know, I still think this is gonna blow over. I mean, the good thing is, I know you can't see it, but like, the ridge that I'm heading up to, the West Ridge, I can now see it. For a while there, I couldn't even see it, but behind me, it's like a ping pong ball. Like, I can't even see the mountains and stuff, like, because I know it looks dark on camera, but like, it's actually pretty light out. Like, I almost don't even need the light to see the trail, which is a good thing, because the moon is coming up to my right, and should be cresting the ridge soon. So that'll give me a good indication of what this storm's doing. But I mean, it seems like it's getting better, but yeah. So yeah, you can see the ridge. That's the West Ridge. And it leads up to that. So for the past like 20 minutes, I couldn't see any of that, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. And it's so cool. The moon is peeking out, almost doing like a spotlight on Missouri Mountain. I feel like the knight from Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade. You chose wisely. So I'm almost at the West Ridge. I stopped to try and like take a photo. Got my camera and the tripod out. And of course, like right when I did that, the clouds went in front of the moon, but it looked so cool. It was like literally like spotlighting Mount Missouri, or Missouri Mountain. And big shout out to Iowa Peak. It's only like 13,000, but it looks awesome. Yeah, even with the clouds, like you can see a lot now. It's a bright night. So I am at the crux of the climb, which is that right there, which doesn't look that bad, but it's pretty steep. But There's a nice trail going up. But the other good thing is to the south, we've got clear skies and stars, and the moon's at least like peeking out over our summit. It sets over there, so hopefully these clouds go away. I'm almost done with the West Ridge. About 1/10 of a mile behind me is the main route to Missouri Mountain, the Missouri Gulch Trail. So basically, I pick that up and do this ridge line over that way. But yeah, look at this clear sky we've got. I don't think you can see the stars, but it's super clear. And then over here, we got the moon. Barely any clouds. And Huron is that one. That's the Three Apostles, I believe. But the moon is supposed to come in and set right in here. So I've got plenty of time to make it to the summit. I am in no rush. Yeah. All right, I'm at the summit of Missouri Mountain. You can see, I think that's Leadville in the background. You can see a couple planets. That straight ahead, right there, is Mars. That bright son of a gun to the left of the moon is Jupiter. That's the ridge line going over to Iowa. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to take off my pack and kind of just enjoy this for a little while. Not a whole lot to do until the moon starts setting a little bit. And then once the moon sets, I'll be able to actually get a couple of star photos. Milky Way is done, but I think it'll still look cool up here. And we got sunrise, so I think I'm gonna take this spot right here, lay the sleeping bag out, and just hang out. So it's like, I think it's about midnight, 11:55. Just kind of laying in the sleeping bag. Almost fell asleep, but yeah, I don't know. I think I feel like I should be doing something. I feel like I should be taking a photo or something, or I don't know. I think it's time's not quite right yet, so it's an alarm for 11 or 1:30. And we'll check back in. Man, this is amazing. It's like 4:30 in the morning. Getting the moon setting behind Huron. Let me turn my headlamp on. Everything is like iced over. It's my sleeping bag. This is my sleeping bag. beautiful evening. Look at that shot. Looks like a sunrise. There's the moon. Man, that's the one. Look at this shit. My sleeping bag. Tripod is frozen over. My water bladder, I haven't been able to drink water since I got to the summit. I even have insulation on the hose. Yeah, so I have my water bladder in my backpack with some hand warmers on it. I mean, I don't expect it to thaw out, but hopefully it'll thaw out once the sun rises, because I'm freaking thirsty. But the moon just set. Jupiter is shining bright. I see the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper. I'm just gonna see if I can do some astro stuff now, without having to get out of my sleeping bag. All right. It's like 5 in the morning. Just finished a sweet shot of Jupiter over Huron. I mean, it's like cold, but like, I mean, yeah, it's cold. But honestly, like getting up or sitting up and like doing stuff is better than like laying in the sleeping bag. It's cold on the rocks here, but like this is just so freaking awesome. Like there's no way to like video or like even the photos don't capture what I'm seeing right now, what I've been seeing. It's crazy how like I got up here at like 11 p.m. Shot a couple photos. I did a panorama, which is cool because that was the only time the moon is really bright. Because then like at like midnight, I'm like, well, I'll like take a nap. So I slept until 2, and I woke up at 2, and like couldn't even see the moon. Clouds are rolling in. It's starting to get windy, and I'm just like, crap, is it gonna storm? And I just like mummied up in my sleeping bag and hope for the best. And like I woke back up at like 3:15, and most of the clouds are gone. Now it's like 5, like all the clouds are gone. There's some in the distance to the north, but nothing to worry about. So yeah, now I'm just kind of waiting for pre-dawn, see what kind of light I get. Man, this is beautiful and cold. Yeah, it is 6:30. The sun is rising behind me. I'm about ready to get out of my sleeping bag. But, yeah. All right. A couple minutes before sunrise. But the sky above 3 Apostles and Huron look amazing. So I start with this ridge. I do a manual focus on where I think that, or let's focus on that. So now just take the photo, pick the center, which is right about there, take it to the left. Man, these colors look like bland on the raw photo, but that sky is gonna pop. Everything is frozen over. Man, I tell you, it's really hard to find the inspiration to like take a photo or take a video when it's this freaking cold. But man, it is gorgeous up here. Views of so many Collegiate peaks. Got Leadville behind me. There's my rig up there. Might sit and meditate with the rising sun, and then the minute the sun starts hitting the ridge, warms up a little bit, I might start heading down. But yeah, it's gonna warm up quickly, especially dropping elevation. But man, it's been an experience. Yeah, definitely got some good shots, but you know, nothing crazy. But I think it was the experience that I was looking for with this. There were definitely times at night where I was like, what the heck am I doing up here? But I knew that just wait for the sun to rise and the warmth will come. So yeah, beautiful day up here on Missouri Mountain. Clouds are holding off. Can't wait to get back to my car now and eat some warm food. All night, I just kept thinking about like coffee and tea. I was like dreaming about it, like somebody had it and like, oh, like want a cup of tea? And I was like, oh yes, please. But warm coffee, warm meal back at the trailhead. Man, one thing I love about doing these night summits is everything on the way down is like a new experience. Like this whole ridge line, I was just kind of just like following my steps, but man, this is gorgeous. So down here is Missouri Gulch. That's the main trail system. You can actually see some hikers coming up. I saw like 4 or 5 of them. But yeah, it's just gorgeous up here. My feet are finally starting to thaw out. I had to like de-ice my sleeping bag, my camera bag, freaking everything before I put it all back. Still haven't had any water yet. My water line still froze, so I know once I get down the West Ridge, which is right there, there's like plenty of like streams and creeks. I have my water filter, so I can always just filter some water. But that was rather inconvenient, not having any water. My legs were definitely cramping all night. But yeah, this was definitely a type 2 fun kind of adventure. Didn't really do it with any purpose to like prove anything or, you know, be cool to say I slept on top of a mountain, but really wanted those shots. And what else was I gonna do today on a Thursday/Friday? We are back at Clohesy Lake. Let's see if I can do this. That's where I was taking photos last night on those little rocks. I am on my thinking rock. I'm thinking and eating and just kind of thinking about the past 24 hours because it's pretty much what it'll be when I get back to the car. 24 hours of this trip, you know, I spent 9 hours up on the summit. I slept a little bit, but I wouldn't call it sleeping. Um, but yeah, I don't know what you take away from this video. But for me, it really remotivated me to go out there and get that shot, get that photo. You know, even if it's, you know, obviously not this extreme, but if it's just like, you look out the window and you're like, man, I bet it's going to be a nice sunset tonight. I bet there's going to be good light. Go outside, grab the camera, and instead of watching another episode of like reruns of Seinfeld, like get out there and like go do it. And that's always been a big problem for me, is like I love photography, but but I don't have the motivation to go out there and do it. I do so many other things. Like I love running, I love climbing, things that are so time consuming that it's like, you know, even if I just wanted to do this lake shot, it was an hour and a half hike and then, you know, an hour and a half here and an hour and a half hike back, you know? So it's time consuming, but if it's something that you love, do it. And whatever that passion is for you, do it. It doesn't matter if people like it on social media or whatever, like just go out there and do it. But those are my 2 cents. Have a good one.